Oh my goodness. Alright, so he's being very bad, so he has to sit here. No, I don't care. You're gonna sit and you're gonna listen. So, this... Okay, maybe not. He's mad. Hey guys, it's Maggie, and today I'm going to be reviewing Allerleirauh, which is a young adult fairy tale retelling of the Grimm fairy tale. I was sent a free ebook version of this book in exchange for my honest review, so let's just get started. Allerleirauh follows the story of Aurelia, who has really bad relationships with both of her parents at the beginning of the novel. She wants her mother to be proud of her, and she wants her father to give her attention because he completely ignores her, and he completely ignores her mother. And the story basically starts with Aurelia being at her mother's deathbed. Her mother says her dying wish is for her father to marry someone with the same golden hair as Aurelia. So that's where the story picks up, and before I want to get any further, I do want to say that there are major themes here and major trigger warnings for rape, incest, graphic scenes of both instances, and you can skip these scenes. The graphic scenes are towards the beginning of the novel, and I actually skipped over them when I was reading them because it makes me very uncomfortable and I'm not comfortable reading them. So I skipped over them personally, and I was able to follow the story no problem, and so you can easily do the same. While Aurelia's father is on the hunt for a wife with the same golden hair as Aurelia, we realize his true colors. He is this evil, gross guy. Not even father, honestly, just this gross man who realizes that he wants to win over his own daughter. And so he decides to pursue Aurelia and to marry her to make her the new queen. And Aurelia, once realizing these intentions, plans her escape and leaves behind her kingdom to go into hiding. So this book does a really good job of writing what Aurelia is going through in a way that is authentic but not exploitative. Again, I skipped over the graphic scenes, and once you get past, I want to say it's like chapter 13, maybe chapter 14, I'm not exactly sure, there aren't really any more graphic scenes. Aurelia does experience PTSD flashbacks, and she feels extremely guilty and blames everything that happened on her when it is not at all her fault. YA novels do romanticize these kind of topics, especially rape. I have seen it happen in YA books often. This book does not do that at all. This book completely lays down the law and is like, this guy's gross, he's evil, and Aurelia knows that, and she immediately goes into hiding to protect herself, and also she wants to take her father down, basically, for what he did to her. And honestly, you go, girl. Aurelia gets found in the woods by a young prince who immediately decides to take care of her, and Aurelia, of course, is completely not, she doesn't trust him at all. She wants nothing to do with him, but she agrees to go hide in his castle in order to protect herself. And over the course of the novel, you see these two characters develop a very healthy friendship, and she learns how to trust people again because she finds this like support system that supports her even though she wants to hide. And this is where the name Allerleirauh comes in, because when the prince asks what her name is for her own protection, Aurelia decides to throw away her old name and call herself Allerleirauh. When it comes to world building in this book doesn't info dump at all. It's very straightforward with what you need to know, and you kind of learn about the world as you go along. It's not a ton of information right at once, which a lot of fantasy books do fall into that trap. So I was very grateful that this was not an info dumpy book. Character development is huge in this novel, probably one of the most prominent themes, especially with Aurelia. She goes from being terrified, struggling, and doesn't know how to cope with the events that are happening to her. And I won't spoil the end of the book because this is a spoiler-free review, but in terms of character development, I am very happy with how Aurelia ended up by the end of the novel, and I think you all will be too. Though the beginning of the novel does start off a little slow, by the end of the novel I could not put it down. I read this on ebook, and it took me about a week to get through it just because of school, not because I was like not interested. Probably when I got to when Aurelia flees her castle, I was like, oh my god, and I was getting so angry with myself when I'd have to stop reading to do like a homework assignment or something, because this novel is so fast-paced and so like go from that moment on, and it's you will love this book, guys. I guarantee you, I love this book. Overall, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars just because the beginning of the novel is a little graphic, and for me personally, that It's not something I usually read, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars because it was just an excellent read and I really enjoyed it. So I think you guys will enjoy Allerleirauh as much as I did, and I left a link to Amazon and Goodreads links down in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!